from Bay Area, California, in USA.
This was the first time I went to Taiwan with academic plans.
I began writing The Hump because I was interested in writing a book.
And it gave me another perspective of history.
After finishing this book, I was really excited because I get to come to Taiwan again. I really like Taiwan.
Taiwan is a very interesting historical location, and not just related to what we researched in the book.
Palo Alto High School 的这个 Lucas Yuan，Flying the Hump School 的 Kathleen Liu，Los Gatos High School 的 Alfred Wang，Monta Vista 的 Ellie Wang，Cox High School 的 Patrick Haas。
那这次主要是带领的美国加州矽谷5位高中生，过去1年来在我的指导之下，透过这样的一种团队的工作呢，然后把这本书把它编出来了。
So, a brief overview about the hump. The hump was one of the forgotten events of the 20th century, but it was crucial to the history of East Asia and China.
The hump was officially established in 1942 by the U.S. Air Transport Command, and it was used to support Chinese forces.
These are to symbolize the collaboration between China and U.S. during World War II.
And it proved to be a reliable source of supplies.
That proper cooperation and communication between the Chinese military and the U.S. military as they forged strong bonds that endured beyond the war. Thank you so much for your attention, everyone.
这一次5个作者写出了这本书里面收录了100多张照片，那100多张照片里面全部都是从美国的国家档案馆以及我们台湾的这个国史馆珍贵档案里面所写出来的这本书。
History is a very interesting subject to research, especially for this specific project. And I also think that studying history and researching history is also important for society.
I think researching history has allowed me to get really good at analyzing documents, and also it's allowed me to see the world in a more full perspective.
1,000-something page book.
I had two major inspirations for writing this book. The first one obviously being military. I'm quite interested in military history. And the second aspect is the fact that American history textbooks, for example, don't really put such a large emphasis on Asian history.
It's actually the opposite nowadays.
Yeah, it's quite.
I've always been interested in airplanes, and I've always been interested in history. And also, my grandmother's father was part of the U.S. Army engineer. He also helped work with the airfield in Kunming. So I kind of just thought this would be extremely helpful, and so I can actually understand and I have some connection with it.
I think Patrick has the deepest understanding of history.
And this is literally just an airfield. This is an interesting photo because you see a lot more people than you're used to seeing.
Yeah, the scale.
I think what I found most interesting was the pictures. The hump is something that I think is really fascinating. It kind of borders between fiction and nonfiction in my eyes, because the hump isn't something that normally happens, and it's the opposite of ordinary. When I'm looking at the photos, I'm reminded this really happened, this is true history, this is real, and I'm writing about it, and I think that's very unique and a very neat experience.
I think the thing that stuck with me the most was meeting all the high schoolers.
你们学校也挺大的，有几个人在这个学校？
我们其实也是想要认识新的人。
我觉得很 inspiring compared to my high school life in the U.S.
So this project wasn't just to write the book, it was to learn about new people as well.
And I thought it was really interesting. We went on a lot of history tours.
I feel like they have interesting stories need to be told.
After the tour, I found out that Taiwan is very unique. They have their own complex and rich part of themselves, and I think that was very cool and very enlightening.
It works on a lot of aspects other than just like thinking like a historian. And doing the research definitely works on your reading comprehension, your critical thinking, definitely works on skills that will be useful later on in life.
Yes, I would say it inspired me and helped to enhance my history knowledge. It gave me another perspective of what the world was like.